Well, if it isn't Coat Monkey.
Yep.
Call him back.
You guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, I've just been arguing on the internet.
Oh, no. The little red light on my microphone that says it's muted is on.
He's
It's
clearly
lying
muted
to me.
because I don't hear him.
Oh my god, they're Weasel! I'm so proud of myself. My headphones have like a little reset switch that you have to get out a paper clip to press. And like it doesn't reset anything on them. It just shuts the unit off. Like
Very useful.
why not just have that be? And it works more reliably than the power button
Damn it.
on the device.
Sounds like
Why wouldn't they just use the power button? Also, don't buy the Logitech G930s. I guess I've had them for a long time, but and the condition is still really well, but the software is just utter garbage. Like, it only works half the time, and for some reason, my headphones now, like, I updated to the latest version, and for some reason now they turn off like every 30 minutes or so, maybe even less. Like on normal use.
the next time I buy a pair of headphones, it's going to be one that has a push-to-talk button on the headset.
It's only useful when you're pooping.
Yeah. Or if I'm like, putting something in the microwave.
Yeah. Oh, well, I mean, you can't really put stuff in the microwave because as soon as you start the microwave, the signal cuts out because the RF and the microwave screws with the communication on the headset.
Oh well.
But yeah, like going into the kitchen, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But like I tried using, so the thing that this has is it has the simulated 7.1 surround sound, which is incredibly immersive. And I've tried using, like I bought a really nice pair of Audio-Technica headphones. It's a really nice pair, and I tried to play games with them, and like get like the sound. It just sounds shittier in games because it's only got 2 channels that I'll go to. And I've tried to download like software.
Control point is being captured.
And to be 7.1 surround, like I think Razer has this software that does like virtual surround sound, but it's not good. So it doesn't sound anything like this. Gotcha, big sexy.
4, 3, 2, 1. The point is now available for capture. Alert! The control point is being contested. Alert! The control point is being captured.
The airport's coming.
Oh, god damn it.
Airport.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty slowly migrating the server off of that open game panel thing that was installed on the server before he left. Did I tell you about that, Timote?
No.
It normally just works on Linux. So the install he found installed Sidewin on the server.
You poor bastard.
And it's like, I didn't even know you could have something start up as a service without using Windows services in Windows. Like, I thought you needed to run a service and then it could start at boot rather than when a user logs in. But somehow it's managed to create a service that doesn't, I have no clue how it did it. What? Silly Linux kids. They're Sidewin.
It works fine, it's great.
No, it does not.
Yeah, it does. If it's on Linux.
We have captured the control point. Alert!
There is no Sidewin on Linux, I just mean you're trying to run.
There's, like, for some reason in that open game path, I'm not sure what it's doing, but whenever you start a server, there's just an executable of Perl, and I have no clue what the command line is because for some reason they did something magical that obfuscates the command line in Sidewin. And it ramps up to start consuming about 26 gigs of RAM on the server.
This is
Like, it
Windows.
starts out low, but then it just keeps on growing over the matter of like a minute and gets up to like 26 gigs. And if I don't kill it by then, I have to put in a helpline call to them literally power cycle the server that we're running on.
You should just upgrade to Linux.
Alert! The control point is being captured.
I feel like there's like a subsect of Linux trolls, a subset of trolls that use Linux, and every response to a PC problem is just install Linux. Everything will be
No,
better.
install Gentoo. They're very particular.
Jason would have a field day.
See, there's your problem right there. You've got Windows installed. Uninstall that, and then we'll talk.
Yeah, it is your problem. It literally is your problem with this.
Okay, well, yeah. Technically true. I'm choosing not to solve that problem, and and instead.
So really, you're just putting a Band-Aid on the situation.
I know. I'm a leg and installing like a better leg.
Like,
Which is Linux.
the real problem is you're not running Linux.
See, no.
And all these workarounds.
The real problem. Then the equivalent would not be, putting a band-aid over it. It would be literally replacing the whole human being. Like, let's just throw it out and
Well,
replace
this
it.
one's defective.
Yeah, this body's running.
One that does not operate well in social situations and is very high maintenance.
Well, Linux is not
Sounds like-
high maintenance.
Sounds like on my first dates.
And it's kind of ugly. But you know what? When you put all this work into
sounds
it,
like
you
on
know
my
it's
first
gonna be loyal to you.
Yeah, and it'll run really smooth. As long as you never shut it off.
And she has a good
On
job.
my first dates.
What? You never have to shut off Linux, though. You can upgrade the whole operating system. There's no restarting.
Yes, but God help you if you ever do.
No, if you do and it screws something up, that's just because you never set up your initiation stuff right.
Exactly.
Which is just literally adding
Listen,
something
I'm not
like, okay,
arguing that it's a
start
good
this when
thing that
the server
Windows
starts.
servers require you to reboot half the fucking time. I'm just saying, in practice, I've seen configurations, and then when there's a sudden power outage, PS failure, and whatever, she never comes back up.
Well, I'll put it this way. Your Windows box is always being restarted, so you eventually figure it out and get it out.
Exactly.
Your
I'm
Linux
not
box
arguing that's
almost never
better.
restarts.
I'm just saying it's a thing.
Also on Windows, if you install something that needs to be running all the time, it'll typically just start up itself on startup, but the Linux philosophy is more like doing it your own damn self.
All I would ask for is like I did
Manually
run
start
a
up
few
your background processes.
run a few Linux servers like a long time ago, like when I was in college and high school, and I managed a few, and like I would just beg for consistency. I'm like, please let this new thing I want to install the same I wanted to install, and it was never the case.
It's fine.
I need to learn 16 new technologies every time.
You just gotta learn
In 10 seconds.
the system.
A new
which,
web browser.
Which Jensen will argue is the devil.
It makes you. This one I need to compile? Well, shit.
You failed.
Okay,
come
I got GCC installed and set up, and good, I got that running. And I'm like, okay, now the next web browser. Fuck, this one's written in Node. Alright, now I gotta compile this one.
Okay, you don't install shit that's written in